All right. Tamara, it's been over a
Ben,
year,
it has.
and the only thing I've seen is lots of Facebook posts of yours looking so good and happy with some gorgeous guy.
Yep. Got me a good one. It's funny because I always kind of cringed when I saw people like posting tons of like overly romantic posts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Now that that's where I'm at, I'm like, oh no, it's my turn now.
Yeah, yeah, you deserve it. It's high
Yeah.
time.
Everyone else can just suck it up.
Yeah. Well, I also see lots and lots of people sounding like really happy for you when I see
Yes.
the comments on your posts. So
Yes.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a lot of supporters and good friends and family and a lot of people who really just wanted to see me happy.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's
So,
great. Yeah. And it's for me to see that is also really heartwarming because I know how low you were.
yeah.
And I mean, I know like when we're down, like really down, it can feel like we're just alone in the world and there's no one that gives a crap about you.
Yeah.
I think there were times you really kind of saw it that way,
Yeah. Many times.
but clearly you're well loved and
Yeah.
uh,
I'm in a really good place right now, Ben, honestly.
it's
And
great.
I really paid my dues.
Yeah, you did. You really did. Yeah. I mean, I would love to just, well, I'd love to reflect a little bit on just touch on the like we did this an interview like this over a year ago after you'd finished the program, like a month out
Yeah.
of the program,
Yeah.
and you were not in a solid relationship at that time.
No.
But you were feeling like pretty optimistic and good, but things were still a little unsure, I
Yeah.
think, in your life. And so I'd love to just kind of touch base with how you felt around that time and since then, and then I'd love to hear how this relationship came into your life
Yeah.
and what's been different for you and like what made it seem to work and all that. You know.
Yeah. Well, after the program, I think I was in such a good place with myself. I had really made peace with where I was at. So I
Yeah.
was in resistance mode prior to me meeting you. I was very unhappy with where I was at and very tired of people telling me to just be happy with where I was at. I did not want to hear that anymore.
Yeah.
Um, but after the program, I things hadn't shifted for me. My circumstances, my outside environment hadn't changed
Yeah.
immediately.
Right.
But I also didn't care. Right. And so that was what the shift was I
Yeah.
was like, I went from desperation to I don't really care if it happens for me. And when I say it, I mean like a relationship, because that's what I
Yeah.
really
Right.
ultimately wanted. And so I went from desperation to peace.
Yeah. And you'd been not in any regular relationship for like a long time.
Oh, long, long time. My last long-term relationship prior to the program was probably like 6 or 7 years prior. Like I'd been single for a very, very long time.
Yeah.
And even that relationship was pretty short. And then the gap in between those ones was really long too. So I had spent an enormous amount of time alone.
Yeah.
And not just like in a romantic relationship, but also having both of my parents deceased at a really young age.
Right.
Well, I mean, relatively, I was 28 when my dad died, and I was 32 when my mom died. And I also don't have any siblings.
Yeah.
So I was really, really on my own.
Yeah. Yeah.
No children, no partner, and very like I've always been, because I'm an only child, I'm very fiercely independent.
Hmm.
And so a part of me was okay with that. But you get to a certain point, especially when you're a woman in your 30s, where you're just like, okay, enough. Like, it would be
Yeah.
really nice to just experience all of this with somebody else. And
Mm.
so I was angry that I didn't have what everyone else had, or what it looked like everyone else had. And all the other ones that were in similar boats to me kept me stuck, because all we would do was talk about how crappy our single lives were. It just was like, it would just reaffirm all of these like negative feelings and beliefs that I had.
Mm.
Um, so I was really stuck before the program. And yeah, and then coming out of the program was just like, yeah, I'm really good right now.
Yeah.
I wasn't obsessed about it. I wasn't
Uh-huh.
desperate anymore. I was still open to it and still wanted it, but
Hmm.
not,
Hmm.
I wasn't begging for it anymore.
Yeah. That's really, it's cool to hear you say that because I've seen that's like the optimal state of readiness.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I've experienced the same. It's like a surrender to how it is. It's not closed to a relationship, but it's also not that desperation of needing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just finding peace with where you're at,
Yeah.
I think. And then shortly after the program, an old, very old ex-flame returned to my life.
Right.
And so I explored that, which felt very faded, to be honest with you. He was one of my very first serious boyfriends from when I was 21 years old. And when we reconnected, we hadn't spoken in about 20 years, and I had been thinking about him quite a bit. And out of nowhere, he messaged me during a time when I was thinking about him a lot. So I thought that was really strange, and kind of, he never got married, he never had children
Hmm.
either. And so I was like, oh, like
Hmm.
maybe it was him all along. And so
Right.
I explored that, and it ended up being a complete disaster. And I
Uh-huh.
won't go into the details about it. But
You told me a bit about it
yeah.
last time. Yeah.
hmm Um, but yeah, so it just turned out that he was not the one for me. And I momentarily slipped back into my old habits
Yeah.
of devastation because it didn't work out,
Yeah.
right? And feeling angry and hurt and disappointed. Disappointment was like the theme of my life. And I called you and we worked through it. And then it was like it was done. I never thought about it again. I wasn't
Hmm.
angry. I wasn't disappointed. I
Hmm.
shrugged it off. I was like,
Hmm.
ah, oh well. That was kind of an interesting
And it like
experience.
gave you some kind of final closure, probably.
Yeah, it did. It really did. It was, I was like, okay. I was like, I understand why that needed to happen. There was a purpose and reason behind it, but it wasn't what I thought or wanted when it first presented itself.
Yeah.
And then it wasn't shortly after that. I would probably say about 4 or 5 months after that was when I met Andrew. And Andrew just came out of absolute nowhere. Um, I mean, just was not expecting to meet him at all. And I don't know if you want me to go into the details about that.
Well,
I won't say too much, but
I'm personally like super, only if you want to, super curious, just like how you met him, like where did this how did it come about, you know?
right. Well, I was a support worker. I'll just say that I was a support
Yeah,
worker.
yeah.
And he uh, needed support for something. And so we had a very brief interaction. It
Uh,
was, I gave him some information, and that was basically it. It was literally around like maybe a 5 minute conversation.
uh-huh.
Um, but he was someone that like kind of stuck out in my mind.
Yeah,
But I'm very professional, so there was no boundaries that were
yeah,
crossed
yeah,
or
yeah,
anything like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
But I was like, "Hi, how are you doing? I understand, blah blah blah." Here's some information, blah, blah, blah.
Mm.
And he left, and that was basically it. And 2 months later, uh, I was on Bumble and I come across his profile and I thought, was that the guy that I met? Like, I thought, oh, that guy was really cute. And then, so, so I'm looking at his profile and I was like, he's adorable. And then I was like, well, we'll see what happens. So
Uh,
swipe right, we match, we get chatting. Um, and and the rest is kind of history. And we've been together
uh-huh,
now for about a year and a bit. We live
uh-huh,
together now.
uh-huh.
He is my absolute, he's my soulmate. He's my person. He's the person that I always wanted. And I I don't know. It's very serendipitous the way that it all happened. It was quite honestly like fate.
Can I ask you, first of all, you're making me emotional telling me this. It sounds so awesome, and I'm so
Uh,
happy for you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Um, how how far in to this connection did you like feel a sense of like this is different, like this is really like a soulmate?
Yeah. It wasn't too far into it at all. I would probably say, I wouldn't say that it was immediate.
Yeah.
We're both in our 40s. We both
Hmm.
come with experience.
Yeah.
And navigating dating in your 40s is kind of challenging and whatnot. Um, but we knew that we really liked each other very like, obviously right
Yeah.
away.
Yeah.
But I would say the moment that I really was like, he's a really good match for me was probably about a month or two into it.
Hmm.
Um, he was so and is so emotionally present and available and communicative
Hmm.
and mature and thoughtful and kind.
Hmm.
And I needed that time with him to see all of the beautiful aspects that and
Yeah.
characteristics that make,
Yeah.
you know
Yeah.
what I mean? And I
Yeah.
think I think that was a good thing. I think if he had come into my life prior to your program or earlier in my life, I likely also I would have probably screwed it up. I don't know that I would have recognized it.
Hmm.
Yeah, because I wasn't ready. I
Yeah.
was not ready for a mature, serious relationship. I thought I was, and I would protest that to like the ends of the earth.
Yeah.
Oh, I would.
Yeah.
And I was so convinced that I was ready. And just because you really, really want something doesn't
Mhm.
mean that you're necessarily ready.
Right.
And so after I met him, I really realized that yes, I am ready. This is what I want. And my shift in my energy, I believe, is what brought him in.
Hmm. Yeah. It's all about the energy.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It is. And it kind of sounds woo-woo. And to some people, I think they would think that it is, but I know that it's not.
I
Feel
don't
like
think
he
most
was a,
people would think that, I think that's what chemistry is. That's what attraction is. It's an energetic thing.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and it's really good. And like we go on like vacations. We go to tons of vacations together and weekend getaways and
Uh-huh.
we make tons of plans together. And I think that was also how I also knew that he was a real keeper was he would make future plans with me and
Uh-huh.
make dates and
Uh-huh.
see a future with me. Whereas the guys that I dated in the past, I mean, God help them couldn't even make a reservation to save their damn life.
I remember the stories and how bitter you would be about it and
Yeah.
just contemptuous,
Oh, thank,
resentful,
oh,
you know.
so angry. Well, it's just such a waste of time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just,
No one was, you weren't encountering strong,
mm-mm.
mature men.
I kept attracting exactly what I was, which was not ready.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and yeah, like I said, once I changed, once I calmed down and took care of my nervous system and reparented myself, and um, that was when he came in.
Yeah.
And I have you to thank for that, Ben.
Mm.
Seriously, I owe you a lot of gratitude. I'm here where I am right now because of you and your program.
Mm.
Thank you.
You're very, very welcome. Yeah. This makes it all worth it to me.
Good. Well, I'm living proof that if you put in the work
Mhm.
and you listen to Ben, it can happen for you. Because I did not believe it was going to happen for me.
No, I know. You were very cynical.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's putting it lightly.
It is putting it lightly. Yeah, you were viciously cynical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You always had a sense of humor anyway, though, in spite of that.
Oh, well, you have to, I guess.
Yeah.
It's the
Well,
only thing that can get you through.
it's just a saving grace. And even with your cynicism, you showed up. Like that's the thing. Sometimes, sometimes people come in with a strong intention and then kind of bounce, and
Right.
you can't get anywhere that way. And you stuck with it and you kept showing up even with feeling cynical, like you just kept doing it. And
Yeah.
it's not just about me giving advice or just talking about stuff like everyone does. Like we're working on a different level somatically, right?
Yeah.
And unlocking really painful unresolved stuff. And I think that's really the way.
I think it's the only way,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah.
And I was dedicated because you were my last you were my I don't want to say last resort, but I had prior to meeting you done a ton of talk therapy. I had done hypnotherapy. Um, I mean, you name it, I tried it. I was considering doing psychedelic therapy, which I'm all for.
Mhm.
Like I was like, I like I don't know what else to do. I was so frustrated because nothing was working for me.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
didn't want to be angry.
Mm.
I didn't want to hold on to all that resentment and that disappointment and anger. And I was like, I don't know what to do with all of this. And so when I met you, I was you were so gracious with me, and I was like, is this gonna work? Like, and you were like, if you put in the work, yeah.
Uh-huh.
If you invest in yourself, then yes. And I was like, all right, because this is it. This is it. If this doesn't work for me, I give up. Like I'm done. Like I'm out of money. I'm out of energy and time. Like it and I'm glad that I didn't give up, and I'm glad that I showed up for it because the payoff was so worth it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was so worth it. I'm with a man who I live with, but will still have flowers sent to the house for like my favorite season. Because I'll say, "Why'd you send these flowers?" And he's like, "Because it's fall and it's your favorite season." And he'll have the bouquet like curated to like the theme of
Uh-huh.
fall. Like
Wow.
that's the type of person that I'm with now.
Wow.
Like I said, prior to meeting him, I would be lucky if a guy even knew how to pick up a phone to make a reservation for something. Like,
Yeah. Right.
God.
Yeah. Wow. Wow. This is so good.
Yeah. So I tell everybody that I know that I can about you and your program. I'm a huge believer in somatic therapy. While I was working as a support worker, I um, I also told the people that I was working for um, how much I believed in somatic therapy and how uh, revolutionary it is, I think, to the
Mm.
game of therapy.
Yeah. 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 it's still, there's so many people don't realize it and don't, even when they know about somatic therapy, they don't really get the potential of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's different types too, they're not all the same. It needs to be known.
Well, I think what was most helpful for me is like it was a concentrated, like this is what I liked about the program is that it was concentrated. It wasn't like you're going to a therapist once a month and rehashing the same bullshit every session. This was like we were meeting every week. We were meeting in a group. It was like you were immersed in something. It
Yeah.
was like going to a college class for yourself. Like,
Mhm.
like,
Hmm.
and and I think that's what made it so successful for me is that there wasn't those huge gaps of time in between
Yeah.
sessions or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so it was like today we're doing tapping, tomorrow we're doing breath work, the next day we're doing talk therapy, the next day we're doing group. Like it was,
Yeah.
we're doing this.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And that really held me accountable.
Hmm. Hmm.
And the wonderful relationships that I formed in those groups. Um, I still have contact with some of those women,
Oh,
and we
good.
follow each other on socials and
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
keep up to date on each other's lives.
I'm happy to hear that.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So it
Yeah.
was just an
Such
overall
good people.
such good people. And like bless their hearts for like putting up with me too and like all my crazy outbursts during group and stuff when people are like, don't worry, he'll come when you're not expecting it. And I'd be like,
Uh-huh.
I don't want to hear
Yeah.
this. I'm like, I'm sorry I acted like that.
Yep. Yep. Wow. So, anything else to add about I don't know, anything, the program, your life, what next?
But I don't know.
What's next for you? Yeah, like where is it just cruising as you are, enjoying life, or you got some big plans?
Yeah, well, right now, so we live together, but we are currently looking for a bigger space. So we're shopping around for something that's probably double or triple the size of what we have right now. So that's kind of exciting because
Hmm.
that's a process, and we're being picky and choosy, and doing the manifestation techniques of
Hmm.
like figuring out exactly what it is that we want. And
Yes.
so that's been kind of fun,
Yeah.
and we're hoping that we find our place like pretty soon.
Yeah. And you're staying in that area.
Yeah, we're gonna stay like downtown.
Hmm.
Um, it's close to his work. I work from home now, which is really nice, so I can work from wherever, but it's
That's
just convenient to be in the city.
great. Yeah.
And we're going on another weekend getaway Sunday. We're
Hmm.
going to a resort in Vernon called, well, I don't know if I should say, but anyway, it's really nice.
Uh-huh.
And that's going to be a nice romantic getaway, meeting his parents for lunch on the way up there. And that's about it. We're just getting kind of really settled. What do they
Yeah.
call it? Nesting? I hate that
Uh-huh.
word, but we're nesting.
Yeah.
We we spend a lot of time just doing like lots of fun stuff together. Oh, and we're gonna what am I talking about? We're gonna go to Spain or Turkey, depending on the state of the
Uh,
world.
uh-huh.
But we are planning a big trip in September.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Awesome.
lots of plans being made.
Yeah. Cool. Cool. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, I'm so happy to hear all this. Yeah.
Thanks, Ben.
It really, yeah, very fulfilling for me.
Good.
I don't always have the good fortune of hearing how people are,
Hmm.
a year out from working with me, and I hope they're doing well, and so I'll see indications of it, but then people drift sometimes, and I don't get to
Right.
have this cl kind of closure or
Yeah.
follow up, so it's really really nice.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah.
Well, it's
Well,
really
thank
nice to see
you.
you, Ben.
It's great to see you too. Yeah, please stay in touch.
Absolutely. I will.
And can always, get in touch with me. And thank you for being willing to make this public.
Anytime.
I think it'll really help people to see a real situation with a
Give
happy
him my
ending.
phone number. Like I'll talk to them. Like I'll
Hey, I might.
I'm not a bot. I'm not a scammer. I'm legit. I am real. This is a true story.
Mm. Yeah. All right.
Oh,
Well,
so good to see you, Ben. And I'm so happy that you are happy as well. That's nice to see.
I am, and
Yeah,
it's really nice to be in a good
good.
relationship myself because I can also use myself as an example of
Right.
how things can go, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Good.
Yeah.
You deserve that.
Yeah. Yeah. I do.
Yeah.
We both do.
Yeah, we both do.
Yep.
Right
Yep.
on.
All right. I'm going to turn off the record.